Welcome back to the One Shot Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Vincent.
And I'm Johnny. Welcome back to the show. We have a newer movie that we're reviewing today, and we have a great guest, and we're very excited to get started.
You guys might recognize this guest. He was on Spider-Man No Way Home. So I will let you introduce yourself again.
What's up, guys? I'm Steven, better known as Scorby Games over on YouTube. And yeah, I'm actually here in the studio with the boys this time instead of over a Zoom call.
Yeah, he drove out from PA, hour and a half drive. He made it. That's how dedicated he is.
Bro's committed, and he's got his merch on.
Yeah, I know.
He's wearing the fresh green shirt today. I like it.
Yeah, and don't forget to get your merch.
Yeah.
Also, follow our socials. Instagram is One Shot Movie Podcast Official. Facebook is One Shot Movie Podcast. TikTok is One Shot Movie Podcast.
Twitter is One Shot Movie Pod.
Twitter is One Shot Movie Pod. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I'm missing?
That's it.
Patreon. I don't know.
It's in our link tree.
Yeah.
So let's get started. This is a really interesting movie. I don't know any other way to say it or describe it more than just interesting.
It's something.
Unique.
It's unique.
Exactly. That's a better way to say it. So obviously we're doing Cocaine Bear. I don't know.
It was a weird movie. But before we get into it, what we do on the show is we break down movies and we rate them on 3 different scales: acting, plot, and overall rating. But Cocaine Bear, what the fuck was this?
This was one of the weirdest movies I think I've ever seen. Obviously, it's based on a true story, but they twisted a lot of the things that happened here.
It's very loosely based on a true story.
Well, they say it's based on true events.
Yeah.
Meaning, the bear did cocaine. That's it.
Pretty
a bear
much.
did cocaine.
Yeah.
It didn't go on a killing rampage like this one did. Nothing like that happened.
Yeah.
No, but they did find the dead guy's body in the dude's driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, that
did see that
was a
article,
true story. Well, that was because they took the opening. They took the actual footage of the news. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I think that was
because that was true.
Mm-hmm.
But that was very interesting. I liked how they incorporated that. Mm-hmm. I like when they do stuff like that. They incorporate the real life, like footage, like news footage into movies like that, especially if it's based on a true story.
Right.
Yeah.
This movie obviously is Cocaine Bear. The genre is a comedy/thriller, which, I would just kind of put it more in a comedy.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe action, but not even.
I don't really like the thriller.
It's not
genre.
really thriller.
I don't think so either.
Funny thing is, I got scared once, and that's just because I was laying in bed and I wasn't expecting it. I think it was when Henry's up in the tree and the mom's behind the tree, and then the bear just slaps the side of the tree. That's the only time I actually jumped a little bit because I just wasn't I wasn't expecting it. I was just like, all right.
Yeah. That's true. For me, I think that's the same. I think that's really the only moment that really got me to jump.
Yeah.
To be honest. But this movie had a runtime of only 1 hour and 35 minutes. It's really short.
Thank God.
I think it was honestly a little bit longer than it needed to be even.
Yeah.
It was really dragged out. But then again, this is a really...
it's a very kind of almost small film.
Yeah, this could have been a short film.
Yeah.
Honestly, like a 30 to 40 minute film. Yeah. There were just too many different storylines going on at the same time. That's what made it as long as it did. So...
Yeah, seriously. This was released February 24th, 2023, about almost a month ago.
Yeah.
Or so.
Just about.
Yeah.
So to hop right into it, the plot of this film is, after a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage, an eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers assemble in a Georgia forest. Yeah.
I mean, that sums it up. It really does. I mean, what else are you going to say about that?
Yeah, there's really not much to it, to be honest. So I think it was a pretty good description.
Yeah. What do you think of the plot? You think that sums it up?
Yeah, it sums up the plot really well, actually.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
I read that. I put this in before I started watching the movie, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's probably exactly what it is, especially from all the trailers that I saw.
Yeah.
You
watch one trailer, you see the entire movie.
Pretty much.
This story is pretty self-explanatory.
Oh my God.
To be completely honest.
So many different storylines too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know this movie was coming out until I saw its commercial during the Super Bowl.
Dude, so many people were talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, this is the stupidest movie ever. Like, I'm not paying to go see this, which I didn't.
Yeah, neither did I. But
we're not gonna talk about my story.
did.
I think we are. Tell everybody what you did.
I got really drunk, and instead of renting the movie, I hit buy. So I am the proud owner of this really stupid movie.
yeah, shout out Amazon.
Yeah, thanks,
you should
Amazon.
you should see if they
Refund?
they'll give you a refund.
I don't think so. Unless you claim like, oh, like, sorry, my kid bought it, but like, you don't have a kid.
Yeah,
As
but
far as I'm
what
aware.
do you
drunken
got to show him?
mistake.
You got to show him proof that he has a kid.
I don't know, because sometimes you're like somebody I know, their kid bought a ton of stuff on their credit card, and then the company refunded it.
Damn,
So,
that's pretty nice.
but yeah. Anyway, let's jump back right into this because we don't want to be here longer than we need to be because this is a really shitty movie.
Yeah.
So, jumping right into the cast, we have Keri Russell as Sari, and she is known for Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, Dawn of the Planet of Apes.
Res
and-
Skywalker was ass.
Yeah, and she was also in Mission Impossible 3. To be honest,
I don't remember in Mission Impossible 3.
Neither do I. I recognized her from something, and I'm like, what is she in?
Yeah.
because she has a very recognizable face, to be honest. But
I
I
gotta
was
look.
kind of confused, like what is she
I
actually
gotta look
in?
and see what else she was in because she's
Yeah.
very familiar.
No, she wasn't in honestly too many like big projects.
Bedtime Story, Adam Sandler.
But I don't.
Don't
what year was
even.
that? What year was
Don't
that?
even.
I know
You
I've seen
really
it.
2008.
No, okay.
2008.
I've seen it. I just
Yeah, where he tells the kids the bedtime stories and they come to
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Oh,
No, I know,
fucking
I know.
a great
I've seen
movie.
it.
I loved
Yeah,
it.
years ago.
Off of
loved
all
it.
sheer coincidences that
Yeah.
happen.
So who do we have up next?
Up next we have Alden. Oh God, why'd you make me pronounce this? Alden Ehrenreich. Alden Ehrenreich as Eddie. He's known for Solo: A Star Wars Story and Beautiful Creatures. He plays Han Solo, young Han
Yeah.
Solo, which I saw that before I really started watching, or before I got back into it, before we kind of met the character Eddie.
Yeah.
Or we met him once, but I was like, he looks familiar, but I don't know what he's from. He is
That's
Han
exactly how I
Solo, and
felt.
I was like, oh, that's fucking interesting.
Yeah, no, I had no idea what he was in. I recognize his face, and I'm like, this guy is like really familiar.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in anything recently, so I'm like, it's got to be an older movie. And then I finished the film. I'm like,
When did Solo come out?
2018.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
18?
Holy
Pretty
shit.
sure, yeah. And when I was
Holy
looking it up
shit.
last night, I think it was 2018. But it's been a while. Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, Steve, who do we got up
yeah,
next?
who do we have up next?
Next up, we have O'Shea Jackson Jr. as
Ice Cube Jr.
Ice Cube Jr. as David. He is known for Straight Outta Compton, obviously, where he plays his father. And
Love that movie. Such a good
it's such
movie.
a good movie. And he's also known for Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
That's an okay movie. It's not great.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I saw Kong Skull Island,
Yeah.
and then I saw Godzilla versus Kong, but I never watched the Godzilla.
It's not great.
Didn't they come out with two before Kong versus Godzilla?
Yes, because
Or
they came out with the
Godzilla versus
Godzilla
whatever.
remake, which had Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen.
Ah.
And then they had Godzilla, King of the Monsters come out, which I don't really remember other than O'Shea, who all was in that movie.
Yeah. Did I tell you I predicted the end of Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh yeah, dude. Anybody could have. We
yeah.
knew it. We all knew that was gonna happen.
Well, my buddies. First of all, I got the vaccine the day before going to the movies, and I felt like shit. But my buddies were like, "All right, let's go to the movies. Let's see Kong versus Godzilla." And I was like, "All right, whatever. It'll probably be good for me to get up, get out of the house, and actually start to feel better." So I get up, go. We're all sitting there, and we're sitting through the movie, and as soon as like he gets the axe, I'm like, "Watch, Mechagodzilla is gonna pull up."
Yeah.
Shot of the laboratory, Mechagodzilla, and I go, "Watch, Mechagodzilla is gonna come up through the city, and Godzilla and Kong are gonna work together." That's exactly what fucking happened. And my friends were like, "Oh my god, you're
Yeah,
fucking psych." I'm like, "No,
No,
it's
it was so simple.
so predictable."
I know. Come on.
That's also the formula for any versus movie that came out in
Right.
that era. Batman versus Superman, they team up on Doomsday.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Civil War, okay.
Civil War is
That-
kind
that's
of
an outlier.
different though.
It's an outlier.
Yeah,
And
because
again,
Marvel
that's
knows
its
how
own
to do it
category, yeah.
right.
And again, now we're talking about Marvel on every episode. Again, the streak continues. 26 possibly.
Yeah,
episodes.
26 episodes in.
But yeah, how do we feel like he did in this movie?
O'Shea?
Yeah.
I think he did pretty good. Not as good of his role in Straight Outta Compton, but
Yeah.
What he was given, I think he did a good job.
I agree, to be honest.
He was probably one of the better parts of this movie.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Up next, we have Ray Liotta as Sid. I didn't realize that this was Ray Liotta until I started watching the movie. Because I
This
was
is
like,
technically like his last
movie.
film, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Which is unfortunate for him. And I'm not saying that in regards to him. I'm saying that in regards to kind of his legacy. I know everybody's gonna, he's still known for Goodfellas,
That's all he's known for.
throughout time.
Yeah.
But
That's his number one thing.
I'm upset that this was the last movie he was ever in.
Yeah.
Or will ever
Mainly
be in.
because it was a
Shit movie.
It was an to shit movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But so yeah, obviously we know Ray Liotta, rest in peace. He was known for Goodfellas, Something Wild, and Revolver.
And Blackbird.
Yes.
Seriously, watch
I know. I want to watch that really
It
bad.
is so good.
Yeah.
It is awesome. Taron Egerton, Ray Liotta. Don't know the third guy's name. Did you watch Cobra Kai,
I did not watch Cobra Kai.
John? God damn it, you guys suck.
No.
There's something I didn't miss from the Spider-Man episode. Vince insulting me and you for not seeing stuff.
Yeah, no, it's nothing new.
I'm trying to think of his name. He's a heavy guy, heavy set. Where is he?
There's a lot of
Here
those
he
guys
is.
in Hollywood.
Paul Walter Hauser. But yeah, go watch Blackbird. It is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I watched it with Andrew when he was still here.
Oh, did
And yeah, like I watched the first episode and I was telling him about it and he was hooked after the first episode. So was I. And we were literally mapping it out. We were like, all right, because it was right before Thanksgiving break.
Thank you.
It was right before Thanksgiving break, and we were like, all right, so if we watch 2 episodes here and then watch 2 later tonight and then watch 1, we'll finish it in like a week or a day. And we watched it within 2 days and we were hooked. It was fucking amazing. And like every night we were just hanging out and I would be like, yo, you want to watch Blackbird? He's like, fuck yeah, put that shit on.
That's good. I'm excited to watch it. I just have so many things on my watch list. So
Yeah.
So who do we have up next?
Steve?
We have Isiah Whitlock Jr. as Bob. He's known for
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman, Atlanta, Your Honor, the TV series with Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, that is another one I want to watch really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard good things about it?
I have, yeah. I heard it's really interesting. And it's Bryan Cranston, so of course I'm going to watch it.
I want to watch the movie about him in the lottery.
Yeah,
with
no,
Bryan
me
Cranston.
too. I added it to my watch list.
I always see it on
TikTok.
on TikTok, yeah.
But to keep it moving, who's up next? Because we got a lot of people.
We have Brooklynn Prince as Dee Dee, known for The Florida Project, Home Before Dark, and Angry Birds 2.
The Florida Project, I heard it was pretty good.
What is it?
I have no idea. I just know when it came out in 2017 that it was apparently really interesting.
All right, let's see real
But
quick.
yeah.
How old was she when The Florida Project
know,
came
'cause
out?
she's
Jesus
super
Christ.
young
She's
now.
like, they say she's 12.
Yeah, no.
this.
She's probably like 14.
Set in the shadows of the most magical place on earth, 6-year-old Mooney and her 2 best friends forge their own adventures while Mooney's struggling mom and a kind-hearted motel manager protect the kids from the harsh reality that surrounds them. Willem Dafoe's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe I need to watch that then.
You mean
I don't
Willem
know.
Dafoe.
I don't know.
Willem the Friend again? Do you bring it back?
Willem Dafoe.
Throwback.
Throwback.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Episode 12? 12? 12.
Yeah.
12.
Because 14 was Gabe.
Yeah.
She did a good job in this movie. I honestly enjoyed her performance. She
wasn't in it for that long.
It was minimal, but the parts that she was in, only really beginning and end, but she was good.
Yeah.
She's young, so she did a really good job. Up next, we have Christian Convery as Henry. And to be honest, I really enjoyed what he did in this film. He was in it more than...
He was okay to me.
He kind of reminds me of the guy from... Walker.
A little bit.
In the Adam Project.
Yeah.
Probably just a short, blonde, young kid.
Yeah.
But hey, he's kind of gives me that like...
Not as not as quick-witted.
Yeah, no, not at all. But he was still good in this movie, though. So he's obviously known for the TV series Sweet Tooth and the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie.
Is he the main character in Sweet Tooth?
I don't know. But
Okay.
he
I've
plays,
never seen Sweet Tooth,
in Diary of a
but,
Wimpy Kid, he voices Fregley.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then we have a very known and memorable person up next.
Yeah. Steve?
Which is Margo Martindale as Ranger Liz, which you guys should know her from Your Honor, The Watcher, and The Hollers.
I never finished The Watcher.
Did you really?
Kelly and I
Oh.
started watching it, and then she kind of gave up on it, and I just never got back
No,
to
it's
it.
so good.
I have like 2 episodes left. I'll probably watch it later.
No, it's a really good series.
Yeah,
It's a
I
short,
know.
short series on Netflix.
The episodes were good. We just stopped watching it. But
No, it's so entertaining.
the thing is, when I'm gonna watch something and she says like, "Oh, that looks interesting," we should watch it. I always got to make sure it's cool with her to watch it first
no, I
before
know.
because it's like I gotta ask her like 5 times. I'm like, "Are you sure I can watch this?"
Yeah, I know.
And then the next day I'm like, "Are you sure it's okay for me to watch this by myself?" And then
So what you're saying is you made the mistake once where you watched something without her and she got pissed. Cause,
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
I might not have, but there was one time I think I watched. Yeah, I think there was one time where I watched something
Yeah,
without asking
exactly.
her, and she was like, "You fucking watched it without me?" I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, here we
I
go."
know.
I was like, "Ah, shit."
I did that I made that mistake once.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm single.
There you go. But Vinny, who do we have up last?
We have
here?
Jesse Tyler Ferguson as Peter, and he's known for 250 episodes of Modern Family. I don't know what else he was in. That's all I know him
That's
from.
all I can think of. And to be honest, I had no idea it was him that played this
See,
guy.
that's the thing. I kind of expected
Not a
it
clue.
because I knew he was. I thought he was the first guy.
No.
I thought he was the guy with the beard at first, with the disguise, like just
Right.
full makeup. But then I was like, no, there's no way that's him. It's clearly somebody else.
Yeah.
And then he showed up later on, and I was like, that's him, obviously.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Didn't even recognize him. But yeah, that's it for our cast. What do we think of the cast? Is there anybody that we would like to recast? And if you do think that, who would they be? If you can think of
Recast?
something.
I don't know, but I think I don't know. I just don't think the acting was very good. Even Ray Liotta's acting wasn't that great. Like, and I don't want to shit on him, but like,
Why? Because he's dead?
Jesus. Well, yeah.
Dude.
Wow. At least you're being nice.
But like, it's true. None of the acting was fantastic. Nothing
No, I
was
know.
like.
Across the board, it wasn't great.
I think O'Shea's was probably the best, but
Yeah.
even that
O'Shea-
was still.
That still wasn't.
Him and
Top
Bob, I
tier
think,
acting.
were the best. Him and Bob were by far the
Yeah,
best.
you
I
think Bob?
I think it was good. Honestly.
I didn't think Bob's acting was that good.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I honestly think him and Eddie were probably better
Eddie-
ones.
Because they played off each other
didn't
really
like
well.
Eddie. Okay, there were parts where Eddie,
He was too much.
yeah, he was a little too bitchy and whiny. But
That's how I feel.
But
too.
I think
I didn't like it at all.
out of everybody, it was David and Eddie.
Okay.
I thought you were just talking because you're bitchy and whiny.
Yeah. But no, I didn't like Eddie's performance, to be honest. I think it was more the character itself, but like him being so crying so much and everything. I didn't like that aspect of him.
But
his
I
other
liked how he
aspect
was
good.
yeah, I liked how he was like, he was in the standoff with the cop and he was like, "All right, can I just grab his fingers?"
Yeah,
He's just so calm throughout
Yeah.
this whole thing because he's so depressed. It's fucking hilarious.
That was good.
And then he goes, "Did you kill him?" Like in the bathroom scene, he's like,
Yeah.
"Are they dead?" I thought that was great. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought Eddie did a great job.
Dude wanted no part of the crime
Oh,
life
no.
anymore. And then, wife dies, gets right back into it.
Yeah,
And then
it's usually how it goes.
the tattoo,
John
John.
with an H.
Yeah.
Not
John with an
you.
H, not me. So it's all right. But moving forward, we have the director and their experience. We have Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
What is she known for?
She's known for Pitch Perfect 2 and the 2019 Charlie's Angels. Also, she starred in Power Rangers. She was the supervillain.
Yeah, she was Rita. Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
She was in Pitch Perfect, probably 1, 2, and 3, I think. She was in other shit. Something with Seth Rogen.
I have no idea.
It's on
Dave and Mary make a porno or
Zach
something?
and Mary make a porno.
That's it.
Zach and Mary make a porno.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's a very weird movie.
Interesting. But 2019 Charlie's Angels, is that with Anna de Armas?
I don't know. It's with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe it's
know if
not
Anna
in
de
it.
Armas is in it.
Maybe not. But anyway, moving forward again, let's talk about some visual effects because there's a lot in this movie, and I feel like there's quite a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Why couldn't they just get an actual bear to do cocaine? God.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy
Jeez.
solution. But for me,
Come on, studio.
For me, the first thing right out the gate, that opening text when we see Cocaine Bear with all the bloods around it.
Fucking.
It wasn't great, but I liked the idea of it. My only thing I didn't really love about it is I wanted the blood to move a little bit.
Yeah.
You could tell that it was kind of just thrown up there like an image because the screen moved, but nothing else did. Like the blood stayed still. Mm-hmm. So
And that
liked
was
the
after
idea.
the one chick got eaten, right?
Yeah,
That's when it
Yes,
showed
right
up?
after
Yeah.
the first chick got eaten.
Yeah.
the first hikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the bear was going after the dude, and then I think it hopped up, and then boom, freeze frame or slow mo.
Yeah,
something like that. But either way, that opening sequence with the text on the screen, that was nice.
Also-
but the blood was a little iffy for me.
All the lower thirds were so fucking small. Oh my God. It
Yeah.
was such a pain in the ass trying to read it. Also, my guy, Chattahoochee, how the fuck am I supposed to read that when it's this big?
It's so tiny.
Like, come on.
yeah.
It was literally
interesting.
so small. And there's a lot of syllables there I'm trying to fucking read.
Yeah. That is true.
I had to sound it out, and I didn't have time. I had to pause it.
That's all right. My first time watching the movie, I read as Chattanooga.
Okay.
They were talking about Knoxville, Tennessee, so I'm like, okay, it's Chattanooga.
It happens.
Okay. What about you guys for visual effects? What are your thoughts on them?
Steve?
Like the bear or whatever you think of.
Yes, some of the bear shots could have been like done better. You could say like they could try have put more effort to make the bear look more realistic.
I think
some of those shots.
Yeah, I can agree with you there, but also some of the shots were very good
Yes.
too.
Oh, absolutely.
For me, you could tell that they were trying to when the bear was attacking people, they tried to not show it as much because
Like they tried to show like arms and legs.
exactly.
Like,
And I think
nothing.
that's because they weren't able to make it happen
Probably.
visually. I know in the beginning when the bear is dragging the one hiker through the bushes, all you see is the top of the bear just moving around a lot,
Yeah.
and the bush is shaking. And I think
And
that
that's
was
probably
really
practical.
That was really smart. I liked how they did that, but
Kind of a
there's-
nod to Jaws, if you ask
in
me.
a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just didn't like how sometimes like the guy in the tree, what was his I don't remember what his name was.
Peter?
Peter, Jesse Tyler Ferguson's character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him. I didn't like how they kind of didn't show the bear really eating him as much. I mean, they showed him like biting his leg and his groin or whatever, but like all you see is limbs, like a leg falling down and then his body falling down and his neck snapping.
Dude,
but that
when
was
his
good.
body
But-
fell, I lost it. I thought that was so funny. Just the way he just poof.
No, that was funny, but like I would just wish we saw a little bit more graphic
Yeah,
things
like-
in a way. As weird as that kind of sounds, but
the thing is,
yeah.
the bear, a lot of it was just biting off legs.
yeah.
Like the bear bit off the first lady's leg. The bear bit off Jesse Tyler Ferguson's leg. What is he doing with legs? And he's not eating them.
Maybe he's
He's
got
just
like
ripping. He's just ripping them off.
Yeah.
He's not eating them.
Yeah, maybe he's got like a leg fetish. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what these bears are into these days, but
Yeah.
or not
Can't
these days.
assume.
Then it
Yeah.
was 85.
But you can't
So,
assume.
No, not allowed to assume.
Yeah, no, never.
But what else about visual effects, like blood or guts or
I
anything?
thought the blood
Like,
was
any
pretty good.
thoughts about
I
that?
think the one scene with where the Rangers in the cabin and the paramedics come, that whole scene, I
Yeah.
think that was really, really good.
that was nice. What about the part where the bear is jumping onto the truck?
Yeah, I thought that was
Did
really
you think-
cool.
yeah,
I
you
thought
like
that was
that?
cool.
What about you? Did you like that?
I thought
Oh,
it.
yeah, that
I
was
thought it looked pretty good. I thought
incredible.
it looked good.
Yeah,
I
did
really
too.
do.
I liked how they did the slow mo too. So that's a nod to cinematography. But
Well, I mean, yes and no.
yeah,
It's
because they did the little slow
Visual
mo with
effects.
it jumping in.
It's like I don't know. I don't know where you would chop that up to because
yeah.
I mean I guess cinematography because
I mean,
I don't know. It's difficult to say because a lot of it is
Is both.
is CG.
Yeah, I know. But are there any other visual effects, or can we jump into cinematography? Because I have some notes I want to mention actually that I've not written down.
One last thing. When the driver hits the tree and her body goes flying, that was done really well. Like the not cinematography. You fucking got me talking about cinematography now. The CG on that was really good. Like they got everything. I feel like they got everything right. Like the body movement, like the flop, like everything.
Yeah.
And I think they did that very, very well.
Yeah. But for me, moving into cinematography, I'm gonna talk about the same exact scene.
Yeah.
That the car driving down the road, getting the different angles of the different people in the van or
the ambulance.
The ambulance, thank you. Getting the different shots, like the driver in the front, you can see it through the passenger side, and then you can also see the guys in the back on the
Gurney and
the gurney,
Yeah.
and the other dude. You see them through like the front of the car, but facing backwards, and then you'll see like side shots, which are really nice. And then you see it again from the doors of the ambulance facing in, and then it was really nice. So that whole sequence was just shot really well, and I like that.
Speaking of that too, when she pulls the stethoscope up and she goes, "Bear," I thought that was
cool.
I thought that was shot so well. That nice close up. Oh my god, it was great.
Yeah, that was
and all you just see is her lips like move bear, and then the door, and then everybody starts freaking out. I thought it was fantastic, and it was shot beautifully.
That honestly, like, now I'm thinking about it, that might be one of my favorite scenes.
It's
honestly
great. Yeah,
it didn't even occur to me, but now I think I like that one a lot more. That we broke it down a little bit.
Steve, what you got?
Yeah, that whole scene just together is definitely one of the better scenes in the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, even when the bear is on top of the door looking down at the male paramedic and just growling in his face, just the drool coming out of the bear's mouth, dripping down onto the guy's face, is done phenomenally.
Yeah. And even the closet too, where the head just comes out of nowhere of the
only reason I wasn't scared is because we've seen it in the trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer, so I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. And then when we got there, I'm like,
what was it? Was it the thing where they did with the pound of Coke, where it was like buy tickets or something?
I don't remember what it was.
Because remember when the bear they showed in the trailer, the bear was playing with the like pound of Coke, and it's like, oh, buy tickets, and that's all it said on the Coke.
No, I don't think that's what I saw. I don't know. It was a while ago, but when I initially first saw the trailer for the first time, all I see is the bear just appearing out of the darkness of the closet, the janitor's closet, I think it was, or whatever. And then just next second, boom, he's just hopping out, and then just fucking lands right on him on the door. And it was just really well done.
I thought that was so cool. And you get a good old wide shot of that too.
Yeah, it was nice.
Even though it was CG, but
still,
they probably use. I want to know what they used as like reference.
Yeah.
Like, did they just have somebody just like
hold it?
Yeah,
a bear on a
kind
stick,
of like remember the old school Vine, where it was like, this isn't a representation of what happened, and it's some dude holding a bear, and it's like,
you just running away carrying your cardboard cut out of a bear.
Do you remember that?
Knows? Yeah.
Okay.
But back to cinematography, I feel like there were a lot of shots near the end of the film, more specifically near the waterfall, that looked really good. Visually, it just looked really pleasing. You saw like the moon shine down, giving it nice lighting, and then just some of the shots were really nice. Like you got the wide
big
shot,
pan out.
Yeah, that was nice too.
Yeah.
But you get this nice wide shot, seeing the water, and then them behind it.
Yeah.
That was really nice. You get that shot a few times throughout that entire like sequence of the guys coming in, and then the mom and the kids, or Sari and the kids. But that like whole sequence looked really, really nice, especially with the waterfall. And then once like they have to jump down and stuff, that looked cool too.
Yeah.
So.
Anything else on cinematography, Steve?
I got nothing.
I just have one more. About Henry and the tree.
I just put my beard on the mic on accident. My bad.
So I have one more just about Henry in the tree. I really liked how they shot him from multiple different angles, like them looking up at him.
Yeah.
And then being on level with him.
It was kind of like they got everybody's point of view. Like they got Sari's point of view looking up. They got Jesse Tyler Ferguson's when he's up in the tree with them, and then the the like ranger.
Yeah.
So
like
I think
at an angle, not straight up like
right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was done very well. And they even got Henry's
point of view looking
down at Sari, which I really liked too.
It was well thought out.
All right, up now we're going to take a short little break from the episode and we're going to mention some merch. John and Steve are actually wearing merch right now. That is the merch you can get in our shop that John is wearing. That is specialty merch that Steve is wearing if you are a guest on our show. Yeah. We customized it for him. It says Scorby Games because that is his YouTube channel. But go to oneshotmoviepodcast.com and use promo code BEAR for 15% off your order. You thought I was going to say cocaine.
I did. I was waiting for it.
I was hoping cocaine would have been the code.
No, I don't think I could do that.
I don't think Teespring would like that.
Let's
be safe. Let's be safe and use code BEAR.
Yeah.
So use code BEAR for 15% off your order at oneshotmoviepodcast.com.
Prices and results may vary.
Yeah. Jumping back into the episode, what do we have up next, Benny?
Well, I want to jump into some acting, script, and improv. Like, I'm just going to put those all three in the same category. Acting, come on, man. Like, it wasn't great. No. It really wasn't.
No, it was not great.
Script was kind of bad, too.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a pretty terrible movie.
Like, dude, Ray Liotta fucking saying, "You're no son of mine," after he just won't shoot a baby bear.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm not your son anymore then. I'm not killing a baby bear. Those things were adorable, even though they were CG. They were really adorable.
They looked like polar bears.
Yeah. I love that. I love that scene. It was great.
Yeah. That was interesting. The script for this film was not very great. So I think that affected the acting because certain parts of this film, the acting was actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
for certain characters.
Williams said you can have an okay script with really good acting, but you can't have a really good script with just okay acting.
Yeah.
Like, because if the acting is shit, then the movie's going to be shit.
Exactly.
But if you have an okay script with really good acting, the movie could be really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, that's a testament to a ton of great movies that are in the history books.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. So, for the script, I feel like not really script, but the actors, certain characters in this film had potential, and then the script kind of let them down a bit.
Oh, yeah. I think Eddie had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
But I think for the first half of the movie, he was just too whiny.
He was a crybaby. And I feel like him in particular, I think he overacted
a little bit
with the crying. I didn't really love it, to be honest. It was a little corny for me.
I think the first scene in the bar was good. The car ride was bad.
No,
the car ride was
that.
really bad.
I didn't like
And then from there, it just got better.
Yeah, because he wasn't crying anymore.
Right.
He was just acting and having a conversation.
He was just bitching at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more bitching
but
than
it was better.
whining.
Yeah. It was better acting.
Yeah, definitely. I think once they got to the bathroom,
Yeah.
it got better.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah. I think the best acting out of all of these people, honestly, was David or O'Shea Jackson. I think he was the best personally. Other than that, I feel like Bob was honestly decent, and so was what's her name, Keri Russel as Sari. I think she was really good too, to be honest.
Yeah,
I didn't. Mind her
she's
performance.
acted in so many things.
Yeah.
Keri Russel is a veteran.
She's a vet.
So is Ray Liotta, but I think they just screwed Ray Liotta with the script.
Yeah, but then again, he wasn't in this a lot.
Right.
He was in the first.
I thought he was going to be in it a lot.
So did I, to be honest. When we saw him first 5 and last 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe last 10 or whatever it was.
But the funny thing is, of course, they make him the fucking coke dealer.
Oh, I know, right?
Of course, they make him that guy.
He's that guy.
Yeah. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
What about you? What do you think about the acting or the script? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, like you guys were saying, all the acting could have been done so much better.
Yeah.
And it's due to the script. It's always due to the script. Or it was due to the director. The director
Lack
just
of
didn't.
directing.
Yeah. The director probably just like shot it and was like, okay, that's fine. It's good. And I'm not trying to shit on Elizabeth Banks because she's a good actress. She is. Mm-hmm. I think she did fantastic in the Power Rangers movie.
Oh, yeah. As an actress, she's amazing. But
I just don't know how. I'm pretty sure a lot of her directing credits were just, they were okay.
Yeah.
They weren't fantastic movies. Pitch Perfect 2 is probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, no, that was really good. That was a really good movie.
But this just goes to show not every actor can be an actor-director like everyone's trying to be.
Right.
Not everyone can be Jon Favreau.
Yeah. Jon Favreau is fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Any other
tomorrow?
Yes, you're right. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's Wednesday, my dudes. Moving forward, do we have any other thoughts about acting, script, or improv, anything like that?
No, I think I'm good. There's really no mistakes, I guess you could say. I couldn't really point anything out. Also, we are young, so we're not going to recognize any kind of cultural mistakes or from the
technology.
80s.
I mean, maybe we'll recognize some technology, but I didn't even see any.
Yeah,
there wasn't much tech used in the movie at all, if any.
Yeah, I think the flashlight was probably the most accurate thing.
Yeah,
because
didn't
a very
Dee Dee have a Walkman on, like when she was sitting in her room?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so.
But we don't really know if that's exactly time accurate. I'm assuming it would be
Walkman. Yeah, in the 80s, pretty sure.
Yeah. Say we're too young for this shit.
The only reason I know Walkman from the 80s is because Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly.
There we go.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Always bring it back to Marvel.
Yep, I know. That's how
I just think of when somebody says Walkman, I think of one of two things. One is Fresh Prince, and the second one is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Me too. But moving forward into our next segment, what do we have?
We have movie ratings on websites. IMDb gave this movie a 6.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 68%. Metacritic gave it a 54%. What are we thinking?
What do you think, Steve?
Honestly, I say the ratings that they gave are actually pretty accurate.
I think so too.
It wasn't the worst movie
ever,
but at the same time, it's no Avengers Endgame.
I think they...
Close. I mean, like Avengers Endgame here... This movie, like right below it.
Yeah.
No, okay. This movie's shit in comparison. But
I think this movie surpasses Avatar 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But for me, I feel like IMDb and Metacritic are the closest for me. Rotten Tomatoes is a little too high.
Yeah, they're trying to put it in a 70%. Yeah, they're out of their mind.
There are movies that are much better that are 70.
Yeah.
So take that for what it is.
Yeah, didn't they? What did they give? They gave 70 to fucking. They gave like 30s to Bullet Train. Like
I know.
40.
They did not like Bullet Train.
Fuck out of here with this.
They did not like Bullet Train.
I still have yet to see Bullet Train.
It's on Netflix. Just watch it.
And then you can watch a review.
Yeah.
There you go.
I already listened to your review.
Right? Oh, okay. So then you know what to look for.
At least just you don't have to worry about almost buying it.
That's true.
It's on Netflix.
We're not going to bring up my mistakes again, all right? We're not going to bring up my drunken mistakes.
But what do we feel about these ratings? Are they too high, too low, just right?
I agree with you. Rotten Tomatoes is just too high.
Yeah.
But I mean, we heard Steve say, he thinks it's pretty accurate. I think they're pretty accurate, but Rotten Tomatoes is just a little up there.
Yeah. No, I agree. But moving forward, Steve, what do we have up next?
For the opening weekend and overall earnings for this movie, the budget was $30 to $35 million. Opening weekend, it made $23,260,790. And overall earnings from the film so far are at $75,029,655.
I can't believe it doubled its budget.
I know.
It really did.
Not.
It's crazy to me. And it's still going up because it just came out a month ago.
It's still in theaters.
Yeah.
Because when I tried to look up information on it, it was like, you want to buy tickets? And I'm like, fuck no.
Why waste money on that?
Hell no.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about wasting money on this fucking movie.
We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again.
Dude, I just realized you practically bought like 4 movie tickets for this movie.
Yes. I'm well aware of that, Vince. Thank you.
Yeah.
But also, I understand you can rent it for $20, but also at that point, just go to the movies.
Yeah, I know.
I understand if
Different
maybe
experience.
you don't want to leave the house, but still
That's
you're
boring.
wasting money.
Yeah.
But you're wasting money. Also, it didn't give me a specific on the budget. It just said 30 to 35 million.
I feel like that's you could definitely tell it's not a super high budget.
Oh,
Just
no.
look at the
But
Bears.
to be honest, they did very well with what they had.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that. I feel like they did pretty decent, honestly. And I'm surprised that they made $75 million and counting so far. I feel like this is definitely going to be.
I kind of want to see if it changed.
I feel like this is going to be within the 100 to 150 range. A month from now, I think so. Just because of how outlandish the idea of this movie was, I feel like it's going to bring in a lot more money. But I could be wrong. So I don't know.
hope you're wrong, and that's not.
I do too.
That's not
personally
being mean to you. I'm just saying, like, I really hope you're wrong.
I do too, because nothing against this movie and the creators and everybody that worked on this film, but it was just.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It just
great.
wasn't.
And it
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
super necessary to make it a feature.
Yeah,
I know it's only an hour and 35, but then again,
it should have just been released on Prime and Paramount, whatever the hell they wanted to do. It should have just been released digitally. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have tried to release it in theater. Yeah.
Release.
Especially for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
exactly.
movies are two and a half. Like, it's just.
No, I
don't know.
I know what you mean though, but yeah. Did you find any updated information?
No, it's not updated.
No?
It's the same.
So now we can jump into our last.
It's not like I did it yesterday or anything.
Oh, yeah. There we go. But yeah, jumping into our last two topics of this episode, we have our favorites, and then we give our final ranking. So we'll let our guest Steve give his favorites first.
All right, so my favorite scene was honestly the waterfall scene. Just how beautifully it was shot, like with the moonlighting, and especially when Mama Bear shows back up.
Oh,
that was good.
That was
like
great.
that actually got me a little hype. Like, oh my god, this is actually getting good.
Yeah. Too bad it was at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Seriously. Movie gets good right at the end.
Yeah.
Never dealt with that before.
And then, do you have a favorite quote?
I do have a favorite quote, but I couldn't remember it specifically off the top of my head.
Okay.
And I'm sure I could have gone through since I own the movie to find it. But I'm just like, no, I shall never burn my eyes with that again.
Yeah.
It is when Henry's character and Jesse Tyler Ferguson's character are up in the trees, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson asks Henry, why'd you climb the tree? And Henry's like, because bears can't climb trees or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson just looks at him, gives him the most like, are you fucking retarded look.
Yeah.
And he's like, of course bears can climb trees.
And then Henry replies with, then why the fuck are you up here?
Yeah, I know. That's so stupid. This guy knows animals.
Yeah.
Sorry, not animals, friends.
Friends,
He's
yeah.
he's a protector of friends.
Yeah.
And he says that
Oh my god.
bears can climb
It
trees.
was great.
I was up here because you were up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good moment. That was a good part of the script.
Bears can't climb trees. Yes,
Okay.
they can.
Henry is the comedic relief character of this
A
movie.
little bit, yeah.
I don't doubt it.
I think Eddie, though, a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Eddie was.
As annoying as he kind of was for
Yeah.
parts of it, I didn't love it.
Oh my god, we almost forgot to talk about the end credit scenes.
Yes.
Those were
yes.
fucking hilarious. How everybody is so fucking scared out of their mind now because one of the junkies was hitchhiking to New York City. He had a duffel bag full of coke, and he gets picked up in a pickup truck with goats in the back. Goats or sheep, one of the two.
I'm pretty sure it was goats.
And he puts the duffel bag full of coke in the pickup, and the dude drives a little bit, and then he goes, wait. And junkie gets out, he picks up the bag, and he just hugs it and then sits back down in the front seat because he's like, I ain't having a goat go on cocaine.
Yeah, no.
Cocaine Goat, the sequel to Cocaine Bear.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
And then there was another one where Eddie drives, picks up his kid, and it's him and O'Shea, and they have the dog. They have the captain's dog, and all you hear is just like the dog like just like chomping.
All right, we didn't need to hear you do it, but yeah, I know.
And then O'Shea's like patting the shirt that Eddie gave him, and he just goes, well, they weren't gonna reattach him anyway.
Oh.
And the dog ate the 2 fingers that the cop shot off O'Shea.
Which, by the way, how does one lose?
Well, that was so
he looked
funny.
like this.
That was so funny because the
like
junkie.
this.
Yeah. That was so funny because the junkie even said that. He was like, "How the fuck did he shoot off those 2 fingers? They're not even next to each other."
That was so good. Like, honestly, how does that happen? How do you end up?
I mean,
like,
maybe if he bent his middle finger
I don't
in.
even know. How do you lose them though?
But also, did you see he did his like classic like middle finger from Straight Outta Compton? The bent fingers, like
I did notice.
it looks fucking retarded, but
it looks so stupid.
Yeah.
But wow, that was a good part too. I did like that.
yeah.
And honestly, when I first heard the dog munching, I thought the dog was eating
I
cocaine.
thought he was eating cocaine too.
Yeah.
I thought O'Shea tried to steal some cocaine, and that's what he was looking for in his pockets. And I was like, "Oh, we're getting a sequel." Cocaine dog.
Cocaine dog.
Especially that would have been fucking hilarious too, because it's a little shit dog.
The cocaine saga.
Yeah.
Cocaine bear, cocaine goat, cocaine dog.
Oh God.
What about cocaine alligator?
Oh God, no.
I feel like that would be interesting.
No thanks.
Don't give List of Thanks any more cocaine ideas.
I hope not.
Yo, reach out to me. I got some ideas for you.
Don't reach out to him. It's not worth it.
No, it's not. What about you? What do you think your favorites are?
My favorite scene, I have a few. Like the whole opening scene, number one, where he jumps out of the plane, fucking hilarious, where he smacks his head. He's like so hype. He's just, he's jamming out. And then he fucking goes and he just, ting, boom. And then he just falls out. I thought that was hilarious.
That was good.
And honestly, it was really cool because they even kept it canon where he has got a mark on his forehead or cut when you see him with the dead body. That opening, but also the continuation of it too, where it goes into the hitchhikers finding the bear. I thought it was a really great start to the movie. It opened up fast. It opened up strong. And then we're introduced to this little shit girl, and I'm like, where the fuck does this come in? Like, I was really like, how is this going to fall into play? And then the other scene was where they're arguing, Ray Liotta and Sari are arguing on the waterfall. And then you just hear the roar and you see the bear, you get the shot of the bear and the whole pan out into the waterfall. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was fantastic. Also, is that waterfall in a cave? I'm very confused.
No.
Because how did it go? But it was daytime. It was daytime when they went in that cave.
Okay, and then maybe they got lost in the cave.
And then they went in the cave and then they went out to the waterfall. How is it already nighttime?
Maybe sun was setting.
No,
not when they went in at the end, because they asked for a flashlight.
Yeah, so that waterfall had to be in the cave because even when they come out, it's daytime. So the waterfall had to have been in the cave
because it's daytime once they get back to the cars. So maybe it took them a few hours to get back. Saying it took them a few hours to walk all the way back.
I think there's something wrong there. I think the waterfall is in the cave.
I don't know because they showed
it's moonlight.
Yeah, they showed the moonlight.
The waterfall is clearly outside of the cave.
They showed,
but it was clearly daytime when they went into that cave, and they were not in that cave for more than 5 minutes.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was getting dark. But anyway, what's your favorite quote from this?
My favorite quote is between Ray Liotta and Lil Henry, and it starts off by Ray Liotta saying, "You're no son of mine," and then Henry says something back, and Ray Liotta just goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And to me, that just fits so perfectly because in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, who the fuck is this kid?"
I know
it just fit, and then Henry replies with, "I'm Henry, and I'm so fucking tired," and it was like, I didn't think he was gonna say that. And it's a very classic line that a lot of people say, when they're just fed up with shit. I didn't think he was going to say it just because he's young. I didn't think he was going to be the one to say that.
But then again, they did coke.
Yeah.
So they ate coke.
Oh my God.
So yeah. And that ties into mine.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is the kids doing coke. I feel like that was just so comical.
Doing coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating flour, probably.
Baby powder.
Baby powder, maybe. But I thought that scene was really funny. Henry, trying to one-up Dee Dee and saying, "Oh, yeah, I've done coke."
Yeah,
me and whoever that was.
Also, why would you, want that to be, your...
Yeah.
Because Henry's got a crush on Dee Dee. Were you not able to tell?
Yeah, I knew that, but...
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was my favorite scene, the kids doing the coke. And as far as a favorite quote, I don't think I really had one. To be honest, there were a couple things that I liked that I was looking up. Honestly, I feel like my favorite quote, it's simple. It's from Bob. It says, "The bear, it loves Coke." It's simple. I don't know.
It really is.
It is. It was good. There wasn't much from this script that I really loved. But then again, this isn't a great movie.
You really loved fucking Bob in this movie.
He was decent. I honestly didn't hate his performance.
I thought he was okay. I didn't think he was fantastic. I didn't
think he was great either. I think my favorite two were Sari and David. They were my two favorite, and then I think it was Henry.
Twice. How'd you do that?
But yeah, I feel like that was it for my favorites, to be honest.
Yeah. I wasn't fond of many people. I think it was just Eddie and David. I did like Ray Liotta a little bit at parts. Yeah. You know,
it was hard to grade him because he just wasn't in a lot of this film. You know, so. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up that part. Now we can move into our final segment of the show, which is our final rankings. We rate these movies on 3 different scales: acting, plot, and overall out of 10. And we will let our guest give his rankings first.
Acting, I'd give probably a 6.
Okay.
Honestly, just like we've been saying the entire episode, acting, not that great.
I agree.
At all. Plot, the plot was so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say probably a 6 too. And then overall, 6.5.
All right.
That's 6.5 out of 10.
That's fair. That's a fair rating.
For me, I'm kind of similar, to be honest. Acting, I'm going to give this a 6 because it wasn't like completely awful. Mm-hmm. Then plot, I'm going to give it I give it a 6 as well. Just because like it's unique, but like because it's obviously based on a real event. Mm-hmm. So they really couldn't twist too much of it, even though they kind of did.
They could.
They twisted a lot of it.
Yeah, they did. And then overall, I'm gonna give this a 5.5 to a 6. I'm like in between.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I don't know. Like 5.5 is good for me. Okay. I know, but I don't normally do the decimal.
We usually try to stay away from decimals.
I like to give the whole number, but I'm more towards a 5.5 to be honest, because it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So.
I'm right off the bat acting 5 out of this not major cast, but like this big cast list. Only 2 people stuck out to me. That is bad.
This cast was ginormous. You guys saw us reading the entire cast. I think it was like 8 or 9 people that we read.
That's why I'm giving it a 5. After all these people, like only 2 really stood out and were pretty freaking good. Yeah. That gets a 5 from me.
That's fair.
Plot, I think the plot was executed okay. I don't think it was executed well.
Yeah.
And I think the whole plot of it was kind of stupid. Like, okay, a bear does cocaine. Cool.
Although, sorry, I didn't mean to interject, but the plot,
big word for you.
One thing I did kind of like was the different storylines. Because if they kept it to one storyline, it would have been boring. I think.
But I thought I would have liked maybe at least 2 different storylines, not like 5.
See, I didn't.
They had a lot of different storylines.
I didn't mind.
They had almost too many.
I feel like
I think it would have been cool if, the first hiker, his wife gets eaten. Now he's got to try to find a way to fight this fucking bear hooked on cocaine. Like he's gotta like toughen up, and he's gotta got weapons, and it's like a revenge story. I thought that would have been great.
Yeah.
A revenge story? Are you kidding?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I think that they just used that scene in the beginning just to set the groundwork.
Well, yeah.
Obviously.
But I feel like that would have been great. Like it's just a whole revenge story.
I know what you
mean. And I think you could still have the same story with the kids at least. And then when they find the guy, he's all like tough. He's got his like sleeves ripped off, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this bear. Yeah. Like it's a whole revenge story. I thought that would be cool.
That's true.
But yeah, plot, I'm gonna go with a 5 as well. Overall,
it's tough because I don't want to give it a totally disgusting rating.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it's just like kind of it's
average,
like
below average.
Below average.
Because I feel like average for us is like a 6 to 7.
And
6
to 7.
Right in that range.
I think it's, for me, it's a little bit under it. It was, it was a little boring to watch. It was just, I wouldn't even say it was boring to watch. It was very, it's tough to say. It was just bad writing, bad acting, not great CGI, there's not much you can do with this film.
No, I know. And to me, another thing I also like to take into consideration when I give my overall rating is rewatchability.
I'm not going to go back and rewatch it.
I feel like this one I honestly might rewatch eventually, like not in like a year or so, but like 4 or 5 years from now, maybe. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll rewatch it.
Maybe.
There's like a slim chance. But then there's some movies that are like Marvel movies or I don't know, something like Interstellar or like The Martian where like I need to rewatch them because they're so good.
Dude, I've seen a shit ton of Martian clips on TikTok and I want to rewatch it so bad.
There's such classic movies that are like I need to rewatch them. And the
if you want to rewatch it, just ask Steve for his login.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. If you guys want it, hit us up. We'll give you his username and password.
Yeah.
And
you can watch Cocaine Bear.
Just don't buy more stupid movies.
Buys Cocaine Bear. Oh man, the joke's ruined. I was gonna say buy
Jeez.
Cocaine Goat.
Buys Cocaine Bear 3 more times.
There we go.
I got it out. It's probably gonna get cut anyway, so I don't care.
It's all right.
Because Vince sucks at making jokes.
I do.
But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps this up, right?
Yeah.
You gave
really
all our final rankings.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys, Steve, for driving an hour and a half to be here.
Oh, my pleasure.
To get ripped on for buying Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it.
When did you buy it? Like, how long ago? Like, back in February?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thursday, Friday.
When you messaged me about Cocaine Bear?
Yeah. Okay. Then you told me what movie we were doing, and I'm like, I guess I got to watch the movie now.
Yeah.
So,
but
Steve was the one that actually suggested this.
Yeah, I know. We had not really.
I didn't plan on watching Cocaine Bear at all.
Yeah. I was gonna see it eventually, but I wasn't gonna go see it. You know what I mean?
I regret my life choices.
There's so many movies that I still want to go see, like really soon.
No, I know, me too.
John Wick, Creed 3.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So
and there's a lot more coming out. Air, I want to see. Tetris looks great. Oppenheimer, I'll probably watch.
That Nike movie.
Jump.
Air.
Jump. Oh my god.
Anyway, that's a sign.
Might as well just call it fucking Nike at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a sign to wrap this up. We need to just stop talking.
I think we just need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching. If you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, or leave a review.
And follow all of our socials.
Listed below.
Yes.
Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve, once again for
Thank you
driving
again
up.
for having me.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you for suggesting this terrible movie.
Yeah.
And for those of you who want to watch this, go see it in theaters or Amazon Prime, or you could just stumble upon it online.
Yeah.
Like we did. So
we have our ways around the system.
Yeah.
Some of us found it online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you look for it there first?
I was drunk. All right, leave me alone.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. And that's a wrap. You're now tuned in to the One Shot Podcast hosted by Vincent and Jonny.
This show contains movie spoilers, R-rated content, and Hollywood's hottest takes on movies old and new.
Listen at your own risk.